about hearing about Abraham Lincoln. And people, here's one of the most iconic, consequential presidents in the history of America, probably in the history of the world. And, all you hear about is him being president. Here's what you don't hear about. In Illinois. And he had a shop, and he had a co-founder in this shop. The co-founder was the brains behind the operation, okay? and it's just Lincoln. And he got to run this shop. And he runs it right out of business. And he says, you know what? Well, since the shop didn't work out, I guess I'm just going to run for Congress.
Wow.
And he decides to run for Congress. And the first time he wins. But then he's like, you know what? I'm going to run again. I'm going to get reelected. He don't get reelected. So then he decides, I'm going to run for Senate. And then he gets into the Senate where he's like, okay, I'm in the Senate. I'm going to run for Speaker of the House. Guess what? He doesn't win. So then he decides, I'm going to run for president.
Wow.
None of that stuff wouldn't have happened without the failures. And so I think it's so important to remember that when you see someone who's incredibly successful, who has a life that's very big, understand that as much as they were shaped by their successes, it was far more shaped by their failures.